Peterson climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness!
Hi, yes, another Sunday morning of having to deal with JJ shit. Wonderful to see Joey work here today with the Nationals hat on, and Gary, who looks like a homeless man from 1987 on a fishing ship. We have a full betting sheet that I just looked at it again. I saw 3 earlier. Now we got 5 bets that are on there. Let me see how many people are complaining that I was the one that was late. Not me today. Not me today. It was JJ. JJ said he's got some stuff to say, and then we'll get to the 2 people I like on the show.
No, I didn't. I actually don't have anything in particular to say. I'm actually kind of impressed how good you look today. You actually look like you're a true professional at your craft. It's either that or you're going to like a baptism. You look good regardless, Holden. And I just want to let you know that I hope the actual show translates to how you look, because the last few weeks have been rough from your end. So
Tony's been saying that. Tony's saying I'm in slump just because of one bad show. I would say there were no bad shows here on this Sunday show recently. So
a slump would imply at some point you were doing your job at a robust level here. I don't really know that that's even the case, but either way, I like the new look. Hopefully it translates to a good show. And let's go to the 2 folks.
Humboldt. Homeless people work on fishing ships. It's the new thing. Joey, wonderful to see Joey, of course. What's the story behind the Nationals hat? Just because it's sexy, or what's going on today?
Yeah, I have 500 hats. I try not to wear the same one every week like JJ.
He got you, JJ.
You know, some of us just aren't rich enough to own a bunch of hats. I have my 3 or 4 hats that I rotate, and when one of these gets destroyed, maybe if I'm fortunate enough to afford one, I'll buy a new hat at that point.
That was a horrible comeback. And the great Gary. It's wonderful to see you, Gary. How are you?
Good. Homeless people, you're just jealous of my beard ability. Because I would like to see you just try to grow it for a month. Just let it go. Let's see what you can do in a month.
It itches when I grow it out, Gary. How great of a flavor saver is that, by the way? You got to have shit on there from like the 1980s.
I got to say something. So I was in the military for 20 years. I had to shave literally every day. Right?
Yeah.
I go on leave to retire, and I just don't shave. And it's been fine. There's been no itches.
Yeah,
it hasn't been itching at all. You got to put the beard, the beard oil in there. You got to put the beard balm in there. You got to make it good. You got to make it, don't be jealous, Holden.
Tell you what, between Gary not shaving and you not showering, Holden, this shows from a body odor perspective just continues to grow and grow and grow. Thank God for me and Joseph, though, who bathe regularly and shave regularly.
Yeah.
And Gary, I want to be clear. That was more of a diss at Holden. You can grow your beard as long as you want. Holden still is not going to shower. So
I showered twice yesterday. Twice. Anyways, Daniel Mordor. How do you know, Daniel? Seriously, like, where are you getting your information from, Daniel? I don't know where you're getting that from. That's where we are right now, I guess. Wonderful to see Joey work, and I guess the other 2 guys can go do what they need to do, is all I'll say. 5 bets on the sheet. We've got a lot of betting to talk about today. And Gary, you're always going to go through the DFS side first. This is not like we do on the regular shows. Sunday's a little bit different. A lot of people actually watch this show. That's nice to see. And then he just is going to break down every game from DFS. So we'll talk pitchers and offense. And then JJ and Joey are going to give their bets. They'll break it down and you'll get everything. Now, I was told by Tony Niehaus, he told me that I was selling the site too much. So I'll just say this, NFL 23, 23% off, lifetime of your subscription. Get in right now, preseason NFL, Major League Baseball still going on, UFC, NASCAR, tennis. Am I missing anything else, JJ, on the bet side?
No, not for now. A few weeks away from college football as well. Looking forward to it.
It's going to be great. 32 days from NFL. All right, Gary, let's get into the 11-game slate. Mets visiting Baltimore. So we'll start here. Bradish Quintana the pitching matchup. Please bloviate about this because I got to go plug my Ethernet in.
Yeah, so I'll just start here by just looking at this Mets lineup. I mean, they got DJ Stewart, Omar Narvaez, Mark Vientos, 4, 5, and 6 in this lineup. DJ Stewart, I mean, he's batting cleanup for the Mets. I mean, you got Danny Mendick in this lineup, Rafael Ortega. I mean, just terrible. This is an absolute nuke spot for the Orioles. And Bradish, for all that matter. I love Bradish here. The numbers over the last 5 weeks don't really say to play Bradish. But, man, you just look at this lineup, and you look at his game logs over the last, 2 months of the season, and Bradish has been absolutely outstanding. And like I said, this Mets lineup is probably the worst in baseball right now. So, I mean,
wow.
I'm all in on Kyle Bradish. He's definitely going to see some ownership on this slate now that Glasnow got scratched. His ownership definitely went up, but I still don't think he's going to be a top 2 owned pitcher on this slate. I'm all in on Kyle Bradish. And on the other side, the Orioles just keep getting the job done. They're a really fun team to watch. I like this as a 5-man stack today against Jose Quintana and the awful Mets bullpen. So I like the Orioles here, and I like Bradish a lot.
Joey likes the Orioles too. Here's the deal. We got a total of 8.5 in this game. Mets plus 164. Wow. Minus 198 for the Orioles at home with Bradish on the mound. What do you like in this game, Joey Work?
Yeah, I mean, Bradish has been a little shaky, but at home, his numbers have been really good. 2.39 ERA this year at home. And he's pitching in the friendly confines of Camden Yards again here. He gets, obviously, as we mentioned, as Gary's mentioned, this Mets team is clearly going in the wrong direction. I don't think they've won since the fucking trade deadline. DJ Stewart in the 4-hole. This lineup looks very, very bad. There's no motivation here. Wouldn't be surprised if they tell Mr. Showalter to take a hike because, time and time again, everyone talks up this guy, but clearly maybe it's a little bit on him. Quintana, I watched him pitch. He pitched 3 games so far this year. He has been quite shaky. Obviously doesn't have much strikeout upside. The ball's getting hit in play all the time. He has walked a couple batters, and he's given up at least 2 or 3 earned runs every single start. So I think the Orioles continue to roll here. This team has been playing really good, taking a commanding lead in the AL East now. They're up 3 games on Tampa Bay already. Look at that. So I think they win here probably on margin. So I'm going to take the Orioles on the first 5, though. Lay the half run, minus 120 via DraftKings.
JJ, what do you think about this game, DFS or betting or both? Because the Mets have just proven to be a complete disaster before and really, really bad after the deadline.
Could definitely get behind Bradish. The bats, especially the righties, sure, all for it. They're going to see some ownership, though. And Bradish, I agree with you. Garrett shouldn't be in the top 2, but as people see this Mets lineup, they might be. And look, let's be honest. The Mets aren't the worst lineup in baseball. I mean, yes, they're paltry for sure. Gary's spoken like a true Braves fan there. But yes, from 1 through 4, at least on most days 1 through 4, this team at least has relatively decent bats up top. But as mentioned yesterday in the show, same thing DFS-wise, this team is mailing it in. The lineup will likely get worse and worse from here. I definitely agree with the takes overall. And it's good to hear some raspiness in Joey Work's voice. Means that he went a little partying last night. You always love to see that.
Well,
Is that a no? Is that a no, Joey? You're making it awkward. Did you not do anything last night? Were you not up late last night?
I'm up late every night. I don't sleep much. I do work 3 different jobs. There was UFC on last night. I don't think we lost a bet on the bet side, so maybe we should be a little happier.
Which is ironic coming from you because I set you up to be happier, and yet you still got this monotone voice to you. Keep up the good work all around, crew. Holden, get us the next game.
No, don't blame him for your shitty, co-hosting, whatever the fuck you're doing right now. You set him up horribly. The poor guy was uncomfortable, and then you called him out and said it was bad. I mean, this is ridiculous, JJ.
Set him up for a layup to show some excitement, and he answers with no excitement and then says, where is the excitement? So no.
I asked you to say what's going on the bet side. You had a monster night on the bet side, and then you don't even bring it up to him. You're like, how are you, Joey? What's going on, pal? No. You ask him, say, Joey, we killed it on the bet side last night. Joey, did we kill it on the bet side last night?
I think we did, yeah. I think we swept the MLB side. I gave out a plus 170 winner for fucking MMA. I mean, I don't know what else the people want. My fucking chest hair.
Holden's awkwardness continues to be relevant on the show every week. Do your job as a host and keep the show flowing.
I just got a pen on my shirt too. Screw you. You don't F with Joey Work. That's why I'm not. I'm trying to make him look better than JJ did. Otter on the over. Holden about to tilt this panel. Not at all. We're all good. The only one is JJ, who missed our show yesterday, by the way. Very disappointing that you missed our show yesterday, JJ. I don't know what you were doing, but it must have been more important than hosting a show on.
The real ones know exactly what happened yesterday.
They knew what happened. Toronto-Boston is our next game here. Gary, we got Chris Bassett, and what do we got? A little bullpen game going for Boston today. We got Chris Murphy and a couple others. Talk to me here because we got two really good offenses, although Schneider starting at second. Davis Schneider. Yes, off to a great start here, Gary. Do you want to roster him in DFS?
Negative. I'm not going to be rostering any Toronto bats on this slate. I do have a ton of interest, though, in these Boston hitters. In Boston, you get Bassett away from home, where he has been pretty good all season, and he's been like the worst pitcher in baseball against left-handed bats. And one thing that this Boston team does have is 7 left-handed bats or 6 left-handed bats in today's lineup. Love them all here. Boston's one of my favorite stacks on the slate. Jarren Duran is an absolute monster. Justin Turner's been hitting the ball really good against right-handed pitching as well. Rafael Devers, Tristan Casas with a 444 ISO and a 548 WOBA against righties over the last 30 days. Like him a lot. So definitely the emphasis here on the Red Sox lefties, but don't be afraid to mix in Turner. I like Boston Red Sox here quite a bit, and nothing else for me on this game. Have
you seen a recent picture of Stump Mitchell? Do you know who he is, Gary?
I have not seen a recent picture of him.
He's now a coach with the Cleveland Browns, and you guys look a lot alike. JJ, would you like to add anything to this Blue Jays Red Sox game?
Yes. So absolutely no pitching for me, which isn't a hot take by any means. As far as betting wise, nothing I love in this game. But as far as stack wise, I'm completely on board with Gary's take on Boston. These guys are going to be sub 10% owned, even less. So consider me a very large fan of the lefties, specifically from Boston. You bring up a good point on Bassett. Just can't get lefties out, especially on the road. So that would be my take. Definitely overweight Boston stack.
Blue Jays, Red Sox, Joey, totals 10, basically. Minus 15 to the under, 105, minus 105 to the over, and Red Sox minus 18 with Blue Jays getting even money. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, I'm good. Both these teams stink. I feel like every time I bet on Toronto, they can't score. Their offense goes on droughts a lot. Looks like obviously a bullpen game for the Red Sox here, so mix and match could work wonders for them. I do like the Red Sox, but I did like the Red Sox the last 2 days and didn't get the job done, so it's a full stay away from me.
All right, we got Houston and the Yankees next, Gary. So I know you like the Astros a little bit here going up against Rodon. We'll have Urquidy's coming back for Houston. Can you start there? Because I'm interested in thinking what you got with Urquidy against this Yankees offense.
Yeah, so I wish he was a little bit cheaper. He's 7,300. He went 5 innings in his last rehab start, so it looks like they're transitioning JP France to a long relief role or relief role for the remainder of the season. From everything that I've seen, I can't use Urquidy today. I wish he was in like 6,500. That would have been a pretty good price for him. But yeah, I just can't do it. And on the Houston side, Rodon has just looked terrible to me since he came back. He just keeps on giving up hellacious amount of hard contact. He's walking everybody. He's got 15% walk rate since he came back. And this Houston team has been smashing lefties. They got a 416 WOBA against lefties over the last 30 days. So Houston's another team that I don't think is going to have, any ownership at all today that I like a lot. They're up there with Boston for me as the favorite stack on the slate. And again, don't be afraid to mix in Yordan Alvarez and Kyle Tucker in the lefty-lefty matchup. Kyle Tucker over the last 30 days against lefties, 469 ISO, 525 WOBA. So just elite plays on this slate, I think. And I'll keep on attacking Rodon until he shows me otherwise.
All right. If there's any breaking news, let me know because I'm staying off Twitter. Right now, two things are trending. Hiroshima and the women's national team for soccer. So Gary, JJ, Joey Work, if you see anything pop up, please let me know. I got to stay away from that shit. 9.5 is the total. Juice to the under. Joey Work, plus 105 for the Astros. Should the Yankees be minus 125 favorites at home today?
Probably not. I get it. They won 2 or 3 here, but Rendon has been terrible. I definitely prefer the Houston offense over the Yankees offense. I'm not really sure why they're moving JP France. I think JP France is a better pitcher than Jose Urquidy. So is Urquidy going to – I mean, I get it. Urquidy pitched 5 innings. He also got slammed in that rehab start. He gave up 9 hits, 5 earned runs in that start. Is he going to pitch 4 innings? Is he going to pitch 3 innings, then give it over to JP France? What is do we know what the deal is?
I haven't seen anything from Houston at all.
Yeah, well, Urquidy's just coming back, so I don't even know what the damn pitch count is. I was looking it up today. I don't know.
Yeah. So that means if we don't have that much information here, I'm going to stay away. I do think the Yankees probably do score some runs off of Urquidy. And obviously they want this series more than a normal series because nobody likes the Astros. But essentially, JJ probably likes the Yankees. Probably going to bet on Giancarlo Stanton to score some runs or something. But otherwise, I'm going to stay away.
JJ, any thoughts on the Astros Yankees today?
Yeah, so Joey gave me a good segue. As the only true Yankee fan on this panel, I think Giancarlo Stanton should Giancarlo Stanton should either start taking PEDs, maybe like Deca Diablo or just straight HGH, maybe even horse steroids like Lasix. Because if he refuses to do any of that, the guy has no glove, the guy has no arm, the guy has no speed, and the guy can't hit. So the guy should either be relegated to single A, double A, maybe go play slow pitch softball. Because if you watch this dude round the bases, people are faster in a wheelchair. It's actually very tough to watch him play baseball. And he cost me a bit yesterday. So not a fan of Stanton. I hope he gets relegated.
All right. So I just went on Twitter while you were talking and listened to Dusty Baker. He said Urquidy's going 4 to 5 innings.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Good to know.
Yeah, you didn't pay attention to anything JJ said. He just had
because I was listening to Dusty Baker, who had some real information on Urquidy. Did you mention Urquidy?
No. Could care less about that guy.
Of course you didn't.
It was definitely Giancarlo slander the whole time.
Now Carlo, who hit 3 home runs his last 4 games, can't hit.
What is going to help our viewers more?
He's hitting 200, Joey, batting 4th for you guys.
Yeah, I mean that's fucking MLB nowadays.
Urquidy 4 to 5 innings is what Dusty Baker's hoping for. Like button would be great. We would love it. It would make us feel so good about ourselves. Also, Joey Work, the bet side. Last night, was there a sweep on the bet side?
Actually, I did get a bet wrong. I went 1-1 in UFC, but I went 2-0 in baseball. I'm pretty sure JJ went 2-0 in baseball. So we did have one loser on my end. But I had a plus 170 dog, so that was almost a full unit there, and the 2 baseball winners. So yeah, and JJ gave out 2 winners. So I mean, it was a great day for the bet side yesterday for sure. We're rolling. Obviously the dog days of summer before college football and NFL. We only got baseball, so if you guys want to sign up, Run Pure Bets, runpuresports.com. Look at this, 23% off for life. Promo code NFL23 above Gary's head. I mean, I don't know what else you guys want. There's a private Discord. You can talk to Holden all day in the Discord. He answers all messages.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a private Discord. Every play is tracked, and you guys know the DFS side speaks for itself. Best in the industry.
Sent you a message, asked you to come on VSiN Crickets. JJ actually decided that he would come on and spread the word about the website. Gary, can you add anything to the wonderful things that Joey Work just said? What's going on the DFS side? Because you get NFL 23% off for life. And JBC has joined us. I love this man.
Yeah, JBC's, and he's been really active in the Discord too, which you really like to see that. Just one of the best tournament players in the world, if not the best, in 150 formats for sure. He took down another seat the other night, and he gifted, he's taking somebody with him to the live final in Philly. So We do that stuff all the time. So, I mean, 23% off your monthly payment for life. You're not going to see another content site do that. So I think we had a 50K winner in MLB early slate yesterday. Stevers filled in for me on the early playbook and did an awesome job on that. So yeah, I mean, we're just crushing it as normal, and we got NFL coming up, and it's just going to get better.
All right, I'm going to set my timer for 30 minutes till we plug the site again, because Tony doesn't want us to plug the site anymore. He's like, just don't plug it. Don't talk about the great stuff we have here. Just talk about the sport. So we'll do that, Tony.
Maybe that was like a conversation between you two that you don't have to tell the world.
No, I mean, he did it on the air, so it didn't matter. We had the conversation on the air. So if he does it on the air, I'm going to do it. Also, the other night, Gary, I don't know if you were watching the show, but we had a little gentleman's bet. Who would have more DFS points, Adam Wainwright or Tim Anderson? Tim Anderson, who sucks, and Adam Wainwright, who's even worse. And they laughed at me when I said Tim Anderson was going to have more, even if he got a 0. And he still had more than Adam Wainwright. And then Tim Anderson got his ass knocked out yesterday. What an awesome brawl. We need more of this in baseball, Gary.
I mean, Tim Anderson went down like a sack of potatoes, and J-Ram was like falling backwards when he threw that haymaker, and just Tim Anderson just collapsed. Tough scene for Tim Anderson.
Imagine Anderson throwing his arms up first. Like, that this dude, somebody says something stupid to him in a bar, the arms go up like an idiot. So somebody says something stupid to him, obviously on the field, the arms go up, and 2 seconds later, Jose Ramirez is getting held back by 2 guys, falls over, and still cold clock knocks him out. Yeah. Just a terrible look for Tim Anderson. 3 people tried to help Anderson up. Not sure if you saw the after effects. Couldn't even walk on his own. Couldn't even walk on his own. Jose Ramirez must have hit like a few nerves in his neck. Just got the whole body just limp. So terrible look for Tim Anderson. It was good to see, though. Want to see more of that. Remember when what's his name? Odor did it to Batista years back.
Odor it's still the standard. The Odor punch is still the standard.
Yeah, sure. I mean, first off, Tim Anderson bats righty, throws righty, squares up lefty. What the fuck is that about? Has never been in a fight in his life. And second off, go back and watch the video of the umpire. He's in the middle, right to start.
Oh, yeah.
Once they start to push each other, he fucking runs away, and boom, it's on.
Now, he was like a boxing ref. He's like, okay, we're good. All right, get it on.
Yeah. I watched that video 20 times. I smiled every single time.
Yeah, Odor really is the standard, JJ. You actually got that right. But this is I'm not going to forget this one for a while, too. This is up there. And it was weird because didn't he hit him with this side of his hand? He didn't even hit him with his knuckles. He hit him here like that.
Flush in the jaw, though. Flush in the jaw.
From what I saw, I mean, Tim Anderson has absolutely no jaw or chin. I mean, Jose Ramirez could have had a pair of sock and boppers on, probably still would have knocked him out cold. It was such a tough scene, just such a tough scene to watch for Anderson, who really initiated that by throwing his arms up. But you love to see it.
Yeah, you do. Good breakdown, JJ. Kansas City, Philadelphia. Little Taiwan Walker, Zach Greinke action. This is what we love to see. Gary targeting Zach Greinke, and then once in a while he just throws a gem. Total here is 9.5, and the Royals are plus 180 on the road. What do you want to do here with the Phillies today?
Man, I just never play the Phillies. I just think they're overrated. I mean, I know I'm a Braves fan. Y'all can say I'm a homer or whatever. But, I mean, Bryce Harper has 6 home runs and all season. I mean, yes, he hasn't played the whole season, but he's like a slap hitter now. He just hit a bunch of singles. Yeah, I know he hit a homer yesterday, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to be paying Bryce Harper's price tag. And Trey Turner, too. I can't do Trey Turner either. He's just been absolutely awful. When is the last time we've seen a free agent signing? This guy got 10 years, $300 million. And, I mean, Orlando's Arcia's numbers all across the board are better than him all season. And he's playing for $2 million. So I like a Phillies mini stack here. Alec Bohm has been on fire recently, so I do like him. I like Castellanos. I like Bryson Stott, but they're a mini stack team for me just because, I mean, Kyle Schwarber, I mean, the guy strikes out more than I do out in the field. So I'm not going to be on their expensive bats here. I probably mushed them enough here, so they'll probably all 3 hit bombs today. So y'all know what to do. But on the pitching front, I mean, Taiwan Walker might be my favorite pitcher on today's slate. I never say that. I'll transition from Philly slander to liking Philly on the pitching side. Bobby Witt is not in this Royals lineup for them today, who has just been the engine behind this Royals team over the last week and a half or so. So, I mean, Taijuan Walker, he's showing his third highest projected owned pitcher on the slate. That kind of scares me a little bit here. That would be the only scare off here because this lineup is just terrible.
JJ, anything here? I mean, this is a mismatch, but we've seen weird shit happen in baseball.
Nothing crazy as far as betting wise goes, but I do completely agree with Gary. Pound for pound, price per dollar, best pitcher on the slate is Taijuan Walker. You like to play this dude when he's home. You like to play this dude when he's playing depleted lineups. Royals already have one to begin with, and with Witt sitting is actually a really big difference to this lineup. You don't have to worry about pitching around anybody. This is just a great spot for Walker at the price. And yes, he's going to see decent ownership. It looks like, what are you seeing, Gary? Like 24, 25%, something like that in that neighborhood?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
I think he's worth every penny and then some. Obviously, Sunday slate like this, pitching's not great from every angle to begin with, and I'm sure we'll talk more on it. But Taijuan Walker, pound for pound, best pitching play on the slate.
Joey Work, any thoughts on depleted Royals lineup that's already depleted just because? And then the Phillies, who always disappoint.
I mean, the Phillies always disappoint until playoff time. And what did they do last year, right? This team is built for the playoffs, and anything could happen once they make the playoffs. So, and they're definitely going to make the playoffs. I mean, knock on wood, they're going to make the playoffs. So, I do think this team will shake up some shit come playoff time. Their lineup is pretty good. They have decent pitching. As for this matchup, Taijuan Walker, everyone's sucking him off. He's on the poster for the show today. The guy barely strikes anybody out. I get it. He's going against the worst team in baseball, arguably. Okay. Yeah, the Phillies win probably by margin, but I'm not. It's too juiced up for me to take it.
Did you call him Taijuan Walker?
Tijuana.
It's terrific. Shout out to Matt Noah, who really, let me see here, brought up a good point. It's hard enough being a White Sox fan these days. Now our guys are getting knocked out. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Hey, did Dana White give J-Ram the fight of the night bonus last night or what?
AP, our friend AP, depleted Freddie Fermin is the engine and will wreck Taijuan. I'll guarantee you AP is running with a Royal stack today.
Spoken like a true person from Nebraska. I can respect that.
Once again, another great interjection, JJ, just putting a complete stop to the show. But we'll try and get it back here, and we're going to go with the Rays and the Tigers. Hey, Gary, we got some rain coming here. They scratched glass now. They said it's his back. It's probably because the rain is coming. Is this a fade spot because of the weather? What the hell are you doing with this one?
Yeah, I'm just axing this game off. It's 11 games. It's a little bigger 11-game slate. I think we normally have an 8-game slate on Sundays. With such a big slate, though, all these other great spots today. No need to deal with the weather today, so just X this game out.
JJ, you Xing this game out too?
Yeah, no. Honestly, no strong take either way.
Joey Work?
I almost bet the over in this game because it is a Tampa Bay bullpen game. Horacio Ramirez probably pitches 3 innings, hands over to the bullpen. Matt Manning probably gives up some runs here too. I almost bet the over, but with the weather, I did stay away, but I do expect runs from both teams.
Yeah, Rasmo Ramirez, Matt Manning, and the total's down to what, 8 or is now 8.5. So Tigers plus 45 at home. Reds and Nationals. Here we go. We got Jake Irvin, who likes to get barreled up on one side. And then we got this kid, Leon Richardson, who started the year at single A, probably should have started double A. He was coming off of Tommy John. And now he finds himself in the rotation today, Gary. How are we handling this with a kid making his debut? And on the other side, Jake Irvin, who likes to get beaten up.
I mean, this Lion Richardson guy is not good, but neither is this Nationals team. So I'm just going to ignore that matchup on that side. And on the other side, it's kind of the same for me, honestly. Jake Irvin is bad for sure. I'm not denying that. But Ellie De La Cruz has not been good. They got Fraley on the IL. McLean is probably my only interest, and maybe Will Benson in a mini stack. So I like Cincinnati for mini stacks, but I won't be 5-manning them here just because, this team hasn't done much recently. So I'll just stay away.
All right. JJ has a bet on the Reds and the Nationals, 10.5 total, juice the over -15. Nationals plus 136, minus 162 for the Reds in Cincinnati. JJ, what do you got?
Yeah, pure number play for me. Love this game over. It would be my favorite game overall to stack. I understand there are some weaker bats at the bottom, middle to the bottom of both these lineups. But for me, this park, we throw a total of 10.5, temperatures around 85, wind blowing out to left field at 14, 15 miles an hour. I don't really care who's fielding. These are still major league ball players. And you also have a guy who's being brought up from Double-A pitching for one of the teams. And the guy on the other side that literally has a weighted OBA of 340 versus both sides of the plate. This is just a pitching nightmare. Now, I know Leon's been actually decent in Double-A and only threw a few innings in Triple-A, but he doesn't exactly project as a great prospect. He's the number 3 prospect, but isn't even a top 100 prospect in baseball at current time. So I do think this guy's going to struggle a bit at the major league level. Will he struggle in this game? Obviously can't guarantee it, but the weather, the park, all plays towards runs being scored in this game and a lot of foot traffic. So love this number over. I'd even play this over 11 if it got to it.
Joey Work, you see an offense today with the Nats and the Reds?
Yeah, basically it's going to be a bullpen game for the Reds. Lyon only pitches 3 innings every single start. So it's going to be simply the bullpen, and the Reds have the 3rd worst bullpen in baseball, according to my numbers. So I do like to play by JJ.
All right, Pittsburgh, Milwaukee. We got another JJ play here, but let's talk DFS side. Gary, you got Brandon Woodruff coming off the IL. We should see him in the 85 pitch range or so. Oviedo, a little disappointed with him in his last start. Let me see if I shouldn't have been, right? Because he just went out and mowed down Detroit. So never mind. That was like 3 weeks ago. He had a bad start. What do you want to do with both pitchers and either offense in play?
So, Brandon Woodruff is projected to be the highest owned pitcher on the slate by a pretty wide margin here. He went 72 pitches in his last rehab outing. So, 80 to 85, I think, would be what we expect here, like you said. Just pitch count. Whenever somebody's high owned like this and they have a pitch count, I'm just going to fade, every time. Yes, it could bite me in the ass. We know this Pittsburgh team is really bad, especially over the last 30 days. They've struck out 30%. But they still do have a 200 ISO against right-handed pitching over the last month. So I'm going to stay away from Woodruff today on the pitch count. I like spending down at pitcher today quite a bit. And there's another guy priced just below him that I'm absolutely in love with today, and we'll get to him later. I'm fading Woodruff. And on Oviedo, I also like Oviedo. I like him a lot here. He's been really good. I'm seeing about 10% ownership on him today. I'm not scared of this Milwaukee Brewers team. So I do have Oviedo in my pitcher pool today. No bets.
All right. JJ has a bet. Pirates plus 180. The total is 8, juice to the over at even money, minus 120 to the under. JJ, you like over here?
I do. This is a pure number play at this park. Yes, Woodruff's very good. He is returning from injury, though. Hasn't pitched in 3 months, 2.5 months. So as mentioned, he will be likely on a pitch. I find it crazy that he's going to be the highest on pitcher by margin there, Gary, because that seems kind of risky for different ways. The Pirates really haven't been hitting as a group, but this number for this park is very low. This is giving a tremendous amount of respect to not only him, but Oviedo, who, yes, has been streaky, good and bad, but he hasn't really been great all year. He's just been mid, maybe at best. And so overall, love this. And also love the fact that this was an extra inning game last night where both best pen arms came out. Pittsburgh blew a save, used their best pen arms. Then Milwaukee had a chance to get a save, used their best pen arms. Overall, I think between the shortened start from Woodruff behind a pen that was used a ton yesterday, and Oviedo never really eats a lot of innings to begin with. So love this spot overall for not that I think this game's going to completely shoot out. It's a number play. I think it's off by at least half a run.
Joey Work, Brewers, Pirates. Somehow the Brewers just keep staying afloat in that division. And then there's the Pirates, who have taken a massive step back again. So what do you got here?
Yeah, I like to play.
All right. Thumbs up would be great. Like button.
You see now, Joey, if I did that, my balls would have got busted if I made that comment.
Not true.
Reverse.
It's all about comedic timing, JJ. And that was very comedic. That's all I can say. So we keep rolling with the Diamondbacks at the Twins. So, Gary, like Dallas Keuchel's a guy we love targeting in DFS, probably betting too. He had some nice numbers at AAA. I have a hard time thinking the Twins minor league system turned Dallas Keuchel around from being the worst major league pitcher this year. And that's saying something because Wainwright and Greinke are out there. But are we just full stacking the Arizona Diamondbacks today?
I mean, I like them a lot. They're not my favorite. Man, I heard some chatter in the Discord earlier today. Man, Dallas Keuchel's been so good in AAA. Yeah, it's AAA. We've seen this song and dance with him before when he's got sit down by multiple other teams. And his first start back, he always gets smashed. So, yes, I know this Diamondbacks team is y'all got me all flustered right now. What y'all laughing
Why? Why do we have you flustered?
What's going on? What did I miss?
To me, it was the delivery and what was said. To me, it was actually pretty funny overall. He always gets smashed his first start back. I thought that was funny.
I mean, he does. I mean, it's the absolute truth. I know this Diamondbacks team has not been lighting the world on fire recently. But man, I mean, I still like them here. I like the whole lineup, top to bottom. They're going to be in my 5-man stack pool for sure today. And on the other side, Zach Gallen is a good option as well. I'm seeing him as the second highest owned pitcher on the slate. I'm going to be fading him as well today. So I'm fading the top 2 highest owned pitchers on the slate. I just think Gallen, I just prefer the cheaper guys on today's slate, 10.6K. I'm prioritizing bats over these high-priced pitchers at their chalk levels. So definitely like the Arizona bats.
Joey, Twins offense recently gone off. They do have Zach Gallen to go up against today. The Twins are plus 30 at home. Total here is 8.5. Any thoughts on Diamondbacks Twins with Keuchel?
Yeah, I mean, the Diamondbacks are obviously trending in the wrong direction. 2-8 the last 10, losing 5 in a row. We were on the Twins yesterday. Obviously, that was a nice win. Here, I mean, it's very, very hard to trust Dallas Keuchel. I really wanted to go back to the Twins here, but I got to take a wait-and-see approach on Mr. Keuchel. I get it. Like, oh, he pitched good in the minors. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Last year, the year before, he's got absolutely shelled. The only thing that looks good on him is his freaking new wife, Kristen or Nash, whatever her name is. Used to be on the MLB TV reporter. Otherwise, I mean, yeah. I can't get behind betting Dallas Keuchel here, so it's a stay away because I really don't trust Arizona either.
JJ, we going with an Arizona stack today, and what do you like in this game?
So I love the fact that their ownership's not that high, considering their matchup's really good for them. The problem is I think this team has scored more than 4 runs once in their last 11 or 12 games. This team's just not hitting. Garrett, if you're going to stack them, look at the box scores of some of these dudes at the top of this lineup. They're not hitting at all, like going back like weeks. I get it, but that's also why their ownership is going to be a little lower. So I think the matchup's great. I just think the sport's streaky, and they're just simply not hitting right now.
What do you got here, boys? Gary's beard or Dallas Keuchel's arm? Because Stevers says Dallas Keuchel has a better beard and Gary has a better pitcher.
I would probably agree with that, honestly, because his beard is on point. His beard game is 100 for sure.
Definitely keeps that thing clean.
His wife is on point, too.
What's her name? Christina Nash?
No, Kelly Nash.
Kelly Nash, and she's on MLB Network?
Yeah.
Seriously, who's watched that fucking channel within the last 5 years? Anybody? Whoa. Yep, she's attractive. Very good, Dallas Keuchel. Way to go.
Like, whoa.
Way to go. Solid work by Dallas Keuchel. Like button for Kelly Nash.
Hey, Holden, see? Kelly Nash loves the beard. Just FYI. Just leave it at that.
She might not love the beard. The dude's rich, and he's probably got a good personality.
No, it's definitely the beard, Holden.
Okay, that's what it is. It's definitely the beard. Highly doubt. There's a lot of people with beards out there, Gary. There's not many people who. A
lot of women like those men with beards. So
yeah, I've never met a woman that likes a beard, though. It's amazing. Gary, I'm going to show a picture. I'm going to show a picture of you to my girlfriend and ask her if she'd do you. And I'll let you know next week, okay?
I mean, I'm old and fat, Holden. Come on now.
I don't know. I mean, you just said the beard. The beard covers a lot up, pal.
The awkwardness continues from you, Seth.
I would not say it is awkward at all. Gary and I are having a good time talking about sex and hair.
I've never seen this woman before today, and kudos to Keuchel. I agree with you guys. Woof.
Never seen him before today.
Never seen it before today.
Boy,
Yeah, neither have I.
you guys need to watch television. A little MLB Network. We're fucking talking about baseball. You guys don't watch
what
it.
a horrible network. I mean, it's so bad. It's just boring shit. Just go watch highlights somewhere else. And
There's a bunch of hot females, they just replay baseball over and over.
I don't need to look at hot females when I'm watching.
I know. You rather look at your fucking cat. We get it. Next
I'd
game.
much rather look at my cat than
Yeah,
Him and his cat do catnip together, and they watch the MLB Network.
Yeah.
All right. The next one for Gary. Colorado, St. Louis. This Cardinals team is a complete shit show. Today they get to go up against Austin Gomber. It is a bullpen game for St. Louis. And by the way, Gomber's been much, much better recently. I mean, I would say over the last 2 months, this guy has kept his team in just about every game. You tell me, Gary, like, is Gomber a legit option in DFS? Because you look at him, you say, oh, guys, the guy is awful. I think the big issues here is the strikeouts, right? He just doesn't get enough.
I mean, I like Gomber quite a bit. I overlooked him a little bit on my first run. Actually, I overlooked him completely. He wasn't on the initial run of the playbook. And I chatted up St. Louis as a stack for sure. I'm going to retract that statement. I retracted it earlier in Discord. I'm on the Gomber train here. I think St. Louis is – what do they have? Do they have the highest implied on the slate? Or it's close? I mean, it's close. Second highest implied. They got a 5.9 implied total. The St. Louis team is going to be popular on this slate. Over the last 30 days, they got a 35% strikeout rate against left-handed pitching, which helps Gomber a little bit here for sure. He's been really good. I think he's got quality starts in 5 of the last 8 starts. So just been awesome. I like the price tag. He's not going to be owned at all. You're probably going to see him at probably 5% ownership on today's slate. I like it a lot. So yeah.
The thing is, if you're playing St. Louis offense, you're targeting the Rockies bullpen again. But the St. Louis bullpen's a mess too. So you can make a case for both of them. Colorado at St. Louis. Jody Work, 9.5 is the total. Rockies plus 170.
Why is St. Louis still getting priced as if they're a playoff team? Minus 200 for a team that is 5 games better than this Rockies team. And how bad are the Rockies? It just makes zero sense to me. Dog or pass here. I don't have the balls to bet on the dog, so it's going to be a stay away.
What are your testies telling you about this one, JJ?
Really wanted to bet this game over, but the number's not great for the park, different than the Cincinnati take, where 10.5 is a number that you often see in Cincinnati. This is a pretty big number for this park. This Colorado lineup is woof today. Not that you ever expect anything crazy out of them, but it's tough to grab runs out of them today. I will say, as I said yesterday, Tyler O'Neill's finally seeing the ball pretty well. I think you just keep rostering every day this price is ridiculously low again. I think you can make another home run down call for him. I know we got that right yesterday, but there's no reason why can't keep going to this well. 3 of the last 4 games, he's hit a dong. And again, people expected him to have a better year than what he's done, and he's kind of starting to heat up at the dish. Bat and cleanup today, easy pairing as well. So, to me, he'd be like a lock today as far as bats go.
Is Tony doing he did a chord today. There we go. Gomber's in the pitching pool. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. He might not get a win if the bullpen blows it, but it's not a bad idea. All right, Atlanta at the Cubs. We got another day where the wind's blowing in. Really didn't matter yesterday. They're hitting balls out. It's been a fun series so far. I know it's a 1-1 series now. We got a good pitching matchup too, Gary. Charlie Morton and Justin Steele, who's been one of the better pitchers in Major League Baseball. Now, maybe a little bit rocky. He's had a couple of rough starts since the All-Star break. But can we go back to him against Atlanta? And what are you doing with your Braves?
So this is a battle again from Justin Steele, by the way. He's the ERA leader for MLB this year. But it's crazy. He's been really good. His box scores look really good. And we know this Braves team likes to strike out a lot. I don't hate him in large field stuff today. I'm not playing large field stuff, so I'm not going to have any Steele. But he's definitely an option. My favorite play in this game would probably be the Chicago Cubs bats against Chuck. The guy's just been walking everybody. He's laboring through every start. He hasn't looked good at all. And you look at the last 30-day numbers for the Cubs, and my screen is nothing but green. They got a 253 ISO and a 427 WOBA against right-handed pitching over the last 30 days. Only a 19% strikeout rate. I have the Cubs in my 5-man pool today. Cody Bellinger has just reinvigorated himself. Looks awesome. Ian Happ has been on fire. I'm definitely on the Cubs here.
Wow. I didn't think I'd hear that from you today, Gary. That's the first time I've ever seen you go against your Braves.
Hey, man, I like money.
Woo. Joey, I know you got a bet here.
I love that. I'm on the Braves money line, baby. Let's fucking go. Best team versus lefties. Ooh, yeah. About to smack Justin Steele. He got hit hard, 2 of his 3 last starts, and he's going to get hit hard here. The only thing I'm scared about is Uncle Charlie, but I think he comes out here and pitches decent. Also, the Cubs pitched how many fucking guys out of bullpen last night? 6 guys, 6 through the 9. Bullpen worked all through last night. Bullpen is as tired as fucking Mr. Ginobili in the chat. So, yeah, give me the Braves minus 120, or what did I get? Minus 115 via Bet365 Braves money line all day, twice on Sunday.
Now, I will say, from a betting perspective, that bet makes perfect sense because it should not be that.
Don't say that. Don't come back with statements. Come on.
What is Mr. Ginobili talking about?
I don't know. He's having a bad day, so he's trying to make us have a bad day too. He's one of those guys.
I will say there's 12-mile-an-hour wind blowing in from left field in this game, and it's 70 degrees. So I think it's going to be a low-scoring game.
Went off too, though. It's such bullshit.
Gary, you had your time to talk.
Huh?
I'm JJ, would you like to touch on this?
Braves and Cubs.
Thank you, Joey, for doing Holden's job. Took you long enough, Holden.
He said JJ, Braves and Cubs.
Couldn't agree more with Joey. I almost bet the Braves myself. To me, the Braves are now or have been in that Dodgers bracket where they're just not a team you're going to see very often when they're minus 110, minus 115, minus 120. And yes, Steele's been great. But, man, the Braves just – whether they sit 2 or 3 guys or not, it just looks like they have a major league lineup every single day, no matter who they're sitting. They platooned a few extra righties today against Steele. Steele's been great, but been a little fortunate in some aspects. All his numbers are actually worse than his ERA, all his advanced stuff. So, yeah, he's going to be tested today. Wind's blowing in. It could protect him a bit. But to Joey's credit, yeah, it would have been a complete smash spot. I do have some concerns over Morton with how the Cubs have been hitting. But with all that said, you got to jump on. You got to jump on Braves under this price, almost automatic.
All right, we got one more game on the DFS slate, and then we'll get into the rest of the games of Major League Baseball. Gary, I watch a lot of Rangers games, and I must say, yesterday was one of my favorite. Miami gets out in front early. Texas comes back and just pounds them into submission, and then the Marlins come back, get it to within a run in the 9th. This has been a fun series. Today, Andrew Heaney, lefty going up against the Marlins, and then Sandy Alcantara, who we were waiting for him to turn around. Dude turned it around. He's 8,900 on DK today. We make a case for some Sandy.
Sandy might be my favorite pitcher on today's slate. Corey Seager is not in this lineup for the Rangers today. Obviously he's a MVP candidate player in their lineup. Take him out, and this lineup is not nearly as worrisome. Sandy Alcantara has been awesome the last few starts. So 8,900. I'm not seeing like any ownership on him too, which I freaking love that. I'm seeing like 7% ownership on him where I'm looking at. So Sandy Alcantara, definitely love him a lot today. Definitely not on Heaney. I was on Heaney last start just because it made things work. But normally I never play this guy. I know he's got the strikeout upside, all that, this and that. But I like the Marlins here to bounce back.
Okay, very good. JJ, you got any thoughts here? Totals 8.5. Marlins even money with Alcantara on the mound and minus 120 for Heaney.
Similar take that I had for the Braves game. Rangers have been an elite team in the AL this year, and I understand that Seager's out and Heaney's tough to back. But man, you just at home getting them at minus 120 is kind of tough to not at least like. Sandy's been great. It's been nice to see him kind of turn it around after his torrid start, but he's still struggling with righties, not like he was last year at all. And this team didn't platoon too many lefties today. Obviously, still have a bunch of girth in this lineup outside of Seager. I think it would be a big test for Alcantara to cash here as a bet, but not small enough to like it. And I haven't liked the way Rangers have been playing either, which makes it tough. But either way, it's a pass for me. Lean on Rangers money line.
Hey, Joey, what do you think of Alcantara lately?
He's pitched decent as of late. Now this is obviously probably his toughest task as of late. He did pitch against Tampa Bay, who's hit or miss. Philly, the last 2 starts. Baltimore, a nice pitcher-friendly park. Now he gets Texas Rangers offense, who has been very, very good. Maybe arguably the best offense in baseball. Winners of 5 in a row. Double dong from Josh Jung yesterday, AL Rookie of the Year. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Heaney on the other end, though, I will not put a single dollar on Andrew Heaney. So yeah, it's a stay away for me. And I get it. Like the Marlins, I guess I don't think they've won a game since they traded for these strikeout kings and Josh Bell and Jake Likes Burgers. But I mean, the lineup looks good on paper, if that matters.
Jake Swales, is NASCAR going to be lit AF today, Dunkel? I don't know what the AF means, but is it going to be lit like that?
Yeah, you got a speedway today. It's not a super speedway, but it's a speedway. People do like their speedways, so should be. But yeah, looking forward to chatting on that with Coop, Jake, in a few minutes.
Okay. Tony Niehaus, I'm going to plug the site again for the 3rd time in the show. If you got a problem with it, too bad. I'm doing my job here. You stay in your lane and just pick winners. I'll do the hosting, pal. NFL 23, 23% off. This is not first payment or second pay. This is for the life of your subscription. So either you die or we die, and you got the subscription all the way through it. Like, that's the only way that this price is not coming down. 23% off NFL 23. 32 days away from NFL season. We got all our preseason content up there for the NFL. We're still grinding baseball, bet side grinding baseball, DFS side grinding baseball, NASCAR, tennis, MMA, tons to bet on, and college football season's right around the corner. I know my boys do a lot of betting there, and Uncle Brucey's our college football guy, and he seems to kill it every single year, so I'm excited about it. Very excited about our products here at Run Pure. We are done with the main slate here, Gary, so why don't you give us a play and then, go do what you need to do.
So I'll give you 2 plays. I'll give you my favorite pitcher. Obviously, it's Sandy Alcantara. I like him a ton here, 8,900 against Texas. I think he's going to smash here again, get us 25 DraftKings points plus. And on the hitting side, it's Kyle Tucker, lefty long lefty versus awful Carlos Rondon. He's going to take him deep at least once today.
Thanks, Gary.
Thanks, Gary.
Love it. He's on a little Astros today. I like it. And now there's a gigantic promo thing.
You just booed him before he could even finish his goodbye.
He just said he was done. He gave his thing. You got to leave in 4 minutes, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts on the last 4 games. So, geez, man.
I mean, you're not gonna get them because there's no way you're gonna do 4 games in 4 minutes.
All right, real quick, Joey. Just wait a second. Giants A's. What do you think, JJ? Totals 8. Okay. Mariners Angels. What do you think, Joey? JJ. 9.5 total.
See, I'm going to admit I wasn't prepared to speak on these games.
Padres. JJ. 9.5.
Joey's got some goodness there.
Why don't you just leave then, JJ? If you don't have anything to add, why don't you just do whatever it is you do?
Yeah, I was ping ponging back and forth as the show went on. I know you're dealing with a slump to begin with, but I'm being honest. I think this was the worst show of your calendar year, Holden.
That's such bullshit. It was.
Again, I was going back and forth, and you had some bad shows in May, but like this was. So this was the absolute crux of it. Thank God you wore a good shirt because this has been a tough show to push.
I must say that I will say this. I do not say that I do a great job. I did a great job today.
It is a nice shirt. I must say it is a nice shirt. Is that it's short sleeves too over there, huh? Yeah. Wow.
I give you
very expensive. Very expensive.
A 1 out of 10. I would have gave you a 0, but usually you can't give it.
Very comfortable. It's delicious. Do you just want to leave, JJ? You're really not adding too much to our program.
Yeah, are you gonna give me a nice goodbye, or is this just?
Yeah, absolutely. So check out JJ's NASCAR show. It's fucking amazing. All right, goodbye, JJ. He sure added a lot to this one, Joey. See you, JJ. Okay. It's me and you, Joey Work. This is how I like it. The afternoon slate, we got the Giants rolling out Alex Cobb, funky cold Medina back to the mound for the A's. Totals just 8, plus 170 for Oakland, the scrappy A's. I got nothing here. I don't want to mess with this game. Do you?
Yeah, I'm not messing with it either. The A's did win. I'm pretty sure the A's won 2-1 yesterday, right? Cobb has been quite good all year, actually. I expect him probably to pitch good here as well. But I'm not betting the Giants at what? What are they? -2 and change.
205.
Yeah, no, thank you. But the Giants, the Giants are a team that year in and year out, they overperform. Like the last 3 to 5 years, this team were like, oh, they're not going to be any good. This division's good. And this team is now in the playoffs. As of right now, they would make the playoffs, and they just continue to, overperform.
Hey, this is an interesting one here. We've got the Mariners at the Angels, and the Mariners bats in the middle of the night have been doing very well. Of course, there's Ohtani-san on the Angels side, but Chase Silseth against Bryce Miller. The Mariners are playing really good baseball. The Angels have lost 7 of 10. I think the Mariners won like 8 of 10 here. They are plus 105 on the road. So please explain this line to me. I don't get it. Total's 9.5.
It's because the public loves the fucking Angels. It doesn't matter who's playing, when they're playing, who's pitching. The public sucks off this Angels team that is now 500, exactly 500. Ohtani was in tears 2 nights ago. Do you see him? He was about to cry on the
I don't
bench.
blame him.
So I watched this full game, right? Ohtani, I think it's 0. Oh no, they're losing 1-0. Ohtani walks, steals second base. The next guy gets a hit. He scores from second. It's 1-1. Now it goes to the 8th inning. Ohtani hits a solo bomb. It's 2-1. They fucking bring in the closer. He gives up a grand slam in the bottom or the top of the 9th, and they lose the game. He was in tears. He was about to cry after they made a trade. They made all these trades before the deadline to bring in, all these jabronis over Moustakas, Grichuk, fucking CJ Cron. It doesn't matter. This team just stinks. This team, They should blow it up, and it's a wrap.
I think it was Marlowe.
Seattle or pass. Seattle has won 4 games in a row, 8-2 of their last 10. They've already jumped the Angels, I think, by 3 games. I think Seattle is now in the playoffs right now. If it ended right now, I think they're sitting in the second playoff spot, if I'm not mistaken.
They are 59.
Or they're right behind Toronto for the second spot.
Go M's. Go M's. I mean, I love it. I'm happy for these games. Middle of the night, every night. And Marlowe hit the grand slam. Last night, it was a 3-2 game. It's fun watching that team. It really is. I know people are laughing like, what are you talking about? I enjoy that team.
Yeah,
all right.
They shake out a lot, but they are fun. Yeah, they'll probably go to the playoffs and do the same thing they did last year.
Just get bounced quick. Yeah. Doyers, Padres. So we got 2 elderlies on the mound. Lance Lynn and Rich Hill. 9.5 total here. Dodgers, Lynn had a nice start. His first one with the Dodgers. He got out of the White Sox, that mess out there. Padres plus 105 at home. All right, you got to play here, don't you, Joey Work?
Yeah, I mean, he's given up 10 earned runs in his last 11 innings, and I want to say those are 2, or he only had 1 start with the Dodgers.
Who's that? 1 start.
Yeah, he pitched against the fucking Oakland Athletics, the worst team in baseball. He gave up 3 home runs in that game. All right, so now he's going against the Padres, who are definitely trending in the right direction. I do expect them to make, they didn't make any trades before the deadline, but I do expect them to make a little bit push here to try to make the playoffs. This team's definitely not going to give up. They have a lot of talent on the team. They're only 3 games out of that second playoff spot here, so I do expect them to make some moves here. I think Rich Lance Lynn probably gets hit hard, gives up 4, maybe 5 earned runs in this game. Hand it over to the Dodgers bullpen. Rich Hill, where you're going to get a Rich Hill. Rich Hill probably pitch 5-6 innings, give up 2 earned runs, maybe 3, and hand it over to the bullpen. The scary part is the bullpen of the Padres, as it has been hit or miss at times, but they are rested, should be ready to roll here. I definitely like the Padres lineup much better than the Dodgers. Obviously, the lineups aren't out yet, but the Dodgers lineup they've been trying out there the last couple of days have been quite ugly. So I expect the same tonight. So I'm taking the Padres plus money here. I get them plus 110 via FanDuel, and that'll be my third best bet.
All right, Wilcock play of the day. Let's go. Diamondbacks over 2.5 runs at -750. If you want to be an idiot and bet that, I highly recommend that you don't bet the Wilcock play of the day, because all you got to do is get one wrong and then you're going to lose all your money.
This guy says, talk about the main slate. Why are you talking about the Angels, not the main slate? Buddy, we talked about every single game on the whole card. We passed the main slate already. Thanks for showing up. You showed up an hour late.
It's called, you know what? I don't even want you to rewind the show. Just, I hope you lose today. That's just, he comes on here, he tries to talk shit, and he's late. You're an hour late. Tig old biddies. Okay, your name is Tig old biddies, and you're calling me a clown? Dumbass. Anything else? Better punches yesterday, Joey. Jake Paul or Jose Ramirez?
Jake Paul. I did watch that fight, not going to lie. But Jose Ramirez probably had better punches than Nate Diaz, if you want to be serious. Nate Diaz, he clearly looked lost compared to boxing there. He's like throwing, like slapping him, Stockton slapping him in the ring.
Yeah. Just change your name to fucking idiot. That's what I think you should do.
Chill.
Okay, I'll relax.
Yeah.
Anyways, wonderful to see you, Tiggle. Every week, this guy's just talking trash. Okay, I'll chill. I'll relax. Joey, wonderful to see you today. Thank you seriously to JJ, who's doing NASCAR right now. Gary, of course, killing it. Here's what's going on in baseball. You're still getting all the plays on the bet side with Joey and JJ. You're getting all of our content on the DFS side, playbook, where the guys just run down every pitcher and every bat that they like. You're still getting NFL preseasons coming up here. 32 days until the regular season. We've already had a showdown contest where subscribers have been killing it. Subscribers. It's not our guys that just, oh yeah, it's only Big T. And we added JBC, one of the greatest DFS players of all time. What happened? You know, you guys lost all your talent. Lost all our talent. We're better than ever. NFL 23% off the lifetime of your subscription. Joey Work, it was wonderful to see you today.
Yeah, I didn't get my best bets out. That was a great promo. Best bets: Orioles first 5 -0.5, -120. Braves money line -115. Padres money line +110. Let's have another fucking MLB sweep, baby.
Take old biddies, baby.